Get Ripped or Die Trying, episode 5?
Whoa.
5.
Wow.
5. And Noah, tell the people, as of this morning,
Yeah.
what you weighed in at.
281.
281. So that is a 0.5 pound increase
Yikes.
from last week. Not
But it's
too
only
bad.
Monday.
It's only Monday. It's a short week, so we've only had 5 days. I think that is fine. I'm positive about it.
Yeah.
But I want you to break down your week, your weekend. What do you think happened?
So I had a big weekend, 3 games, Ivy League tournament.
Yes. Your bread and butter. You played basketball at Princeton. You still get mad excited for this tournament.
It was at Princeton, and it was my hometown, and a million Princeton alums around. So my initial plan was
and you're a legend.
Well, yeah. So I was gonna just go and hide and go play poker, go to Philadelphia area and basically sit in a casino to avoid all these people. But then I got the text, and then go to the tap room, and they're like, "Hey, beer." I fully intended to have 2 beers Friday night, which is the night before the 2 games where I had back to back, and I had 10. And not only that, I was on such a good streak. I got up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be super tight on camera.
Fuck yeah.
I got up Friday morning. I did a sick workout, legs, kettlebell swings, cardio, walking in between, and burned 700 calories. I went to work. I walked another 7 miles at work, 15,000 steps. I was like, murder time. So I woke up and I'm like, oh boy, not feeling good Saturday morning. And I got to work 2 games starting at 11 a.m. So
texted
11,
me that you're a
1:30.
loser and that you hate yourself.
Yeah. The anxiety kicked in so hard. And because again, this is the biggest day of my life. It's 2 ESPN games. And I'm dead to the world. I'm like,
But old Noah 10 beers, because you said it was Natty Lights, you could, that's not going to produce a whole lot of anxiety. Do you feel like you cutting yourself off from booze entirely made the hangover 10 times worse than it would have been usually?
Yeah, I think the sleep, so, because we were the band.
Yeah.
12% recovery. And I slept a long time. I gave myself 10 hours to I went to bed
and you chugged
relatively
water
early.
before you went to bed?
Murdered water, and I woke up and I was just like, God damn it. It's I have these have you ever seen Flight with Denzel Washington?
Hookers.
So, yeah. But it's where he raids the fridge, and he's got his whole way to just puts on the hat and he's walking in. I just feel like such a loser whenever I'm in the hotel room and I go, damn it, I didn't mean to get this drunk. And then I have to try to avoid the hangover. So I literally get these giant bottles of water and I'm just chugging for 2 hours before I go to bed. And I still feel like shit. And I'm so annoyed at myself that I took the step back, that I was and I was on such a great not drinking feeling.
Do you think, okay, so here's the thing. Also, here, there are a couple of things going on, right? You had a setback. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
You were going hard, and you're very competitive even with yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you got all this energy, and your immediate reaction is just you fucking idiot, you fucking moron, I'm a fucking loser. It's just no, dude, you're a good guy. You tried something, and then you had a setback. We keep going. We stay positive. The other thing that's going on here is I want you to were they pressuring you to drink? Were you guys playing drinking games? Could you have conceivably sipped 2 beers and it'd have been fine?
I could have easily not drank at all. Easily.
Because you said that it was
it wasn't even that fun. It was me and a couple guys, and then we're all right, we're going to go over to the women's team, alumni thing. So it's 30 women that I know 5 of them really well, and 25 kind of know. I was just standing around talking, I have a baby, blah, blah, blah. And I was just
fucking bored.
I'm I can't resist this. Oh, it was just fine. And then, you wake up feeling like garbage. And the other way, this is a total bit of a non sequitur, but the best part of the whole night, just to give you an idea of our idea of fun has changed. I get in the Uber and I go, yeah, Hoagie Haven isn't open. It's supposed to be open late. And then the Uber driver goes, yeah, even the 7-Eleven in my town closes early sometimes. And that doesn't make sense. It's right in the name. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, 7-Eleven. And I go, what do you mean? And I go, I think you mean 24/7. And then I get to watch him realize that 7-Eleven doesn't mean anything. Like 24/7, unless you know it means something. Does anybody in this room know?
I think it was like he was 7 days laughing. A week, 11 hours a day.
That's not even that many hours. That's what he was saying.
7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Oh, so it does mean something.
There we go.
Anyway, he was laughing for like the full 12-minute ride. He's like, what the fuck, man? I thought 7-Eleven. It was great. And like, that was way more fun than like all the just kind of like.
And you could have gotten that interaction dead sober.
Of course. So,
it's tough, man. I mean, you can't beat yourself up. You did. Well, then talk about what happened the next day.
Did 2 games.
Yep.
Like sucked it up. Not like I was good, but I just like got through it. But was feeling terrible and had such a headache. And then went right up the hill back to like, you know, their version of a frat house. We got the women's game on. It's like everybody's around. It was super fun. And
that one you don't feel bad about because it's super fun.
It was like I got handed a bunch of like, I don't even know what, like mystery beer X. And I was there from like 4 till 10. They had a buffet of food, whatever. I ate a couple of hoagies, took the bread off. And then I'm like, all right, guys, like I have a game tomorrow. I got to go. And it was so funny. It was like that classic. They're like, what? You're out of here? And I'm like, what do I got to move in this way? Like we've been here for 6 hours just standing in the same place. And that's the kind of like, I guess, I don't know. Like if you, let's say I go in there and I go, I'm not really drinking tonight. I might last an hour at an event like that because it really isn't that fun.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to become a different person to like fully give it up. Maybe is that what I'm feeling here? Is this therapy? Is this really boring? Everybody's gonna be like, quit drinking.
Oh, fuck all that. I mean, people really like this. The entirety of my fucking coaching practice is talking about drinking out. I don't know, dude. I feel like, yeah, you can only. You're figuring it out, and that it's about having fun.
Yeah.
It's worth it if you have fun.
Yeah.
But what we've talked about extensively on this podcast, what's fun anymore?
I don't know. I think
there are things that are fun in your 20s, and then it's just like, well, I would rather like make some money or like, I don't know, crush weights. Like that's all I want to do.
Exactly. I'm like dead, sober, not tired, on air me. I feel like I have like 10 million funny things to say, and I'm not worried about anything, and I'm loose, and I'm excited, and I love basketball, and then like that like anxiety, man, it's beyond severe. Like I could do those games in Ivy League with my eyes closed, and it like I know that league so well. There's nothing to be nervous about. I was more nervous and like I was like upset on the air almost because I'm like, that guy hates me, he hates me. There's an old guy, I don't, you know, and like it was just the thoughts that come from like exhaustion and absolute
and
like,
for being older
nonsense.
It's hard like as you get older and you have more shit to do, thinking about having to do all that shit hungover is what wears you out.
Yeah, it was a million little errands, and then that's really what the hangover is, a million little errands. I gotta pee again, I need this, I need Advil, whatever.
I gotta drink a Diet Coke, I've gotta eat bread. Like it makes you into a little bitch. You're better than that.
And it wastes a lot of calories.
That's a great name for a weight loss book if you ever make a book.
What is it?
A Million Little Errands.
Wow, there we go.
Yeah, we're right in that. Also, I wanted to say, I was thinking we should have a couple like, here's my like favorite thing I've discovered this week. Maybe
talk to me.
All right, Trader Joe's cauliflower Mexican rice, dude. It's like this much. It's like a sack. Like you're on Oregon Trail. Like bring the fucking rations. 200 calories, and it is banging.
Yeah.
My new meal is a couple pieces of meat, whole bag of cauliflower rice, heat it up. Did I say that word a little weird? Cauliflower?
Cauliflower rice.
You all eat the cauliflower
rice.
And you're just like, what? This is heaven. Spicy as fuck. Amazing.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I eat cauliflower every day as like mindless fog eating. I do it instead of eating fucking popcorn. It's a great realization. You're doing great, bud. And you look great. But we are going to have to kick it up a notch because we've got to fucking make our goal.
We got to make money
by the end of 8 weeks. So we're still on schedule. I know that that's crazy because I say that every week, but we're still on schedule. It's been a month and you've lost 7 pounds.
Right.
So our goal was to get you into the 265-ish range, right?
Yeah.
So we can still accomplish that in 12 weeks, but now we need to lose 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds each week, which is, it's going to get intense. And we're doing it in the middle of your favorite time of year where everybody around you expects you to be the big fun guy who drinks 1 million beers and like fucking eats a pizza.
Well, and I'm traveling.
I know.
So like tonight is a perfect example, coach. I land in Denver at like 11:55 and I'm staying at the airport. So
like
one
literally
of the things,
like Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
like I want chicken.
Yeah. I know they're like, why'd they make that movie? But at the hotel that I was in Princeton, I came home one night after I couldn't get the sandwich and I ate like a packet of little like cheese and cold cuts deal.
Yeah.
And then I got like, have you ever had tuna salad on the go kit with little crackers?
I have never
and you
had
peel
it.
back the tin.
Is it bad?
It's just cat food. It is so like nasty, but it was so salty and delicious. But I kept it like high protein and whatever. But I'm already worried like I'm not gonna have time to eat at the airport, and then I'm gonna be on a plane for 4 hours, and then I'm gonna land and just be like, oh, and then that's when I just go, fuck this diet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I brought some protein bars just as emergency
Crush
eating.
bars, and then you can buy like just crushed protein on your way through the airport. You can find something.
Jerky. What do you think about jerky?
Jerky's not bad.
It's fine.
It's not great,
sodium.
but it's not bad. It's just salty. It might make you more hungry, but
true.
I stand eating excessive amounts of protein when you don't know what to eat.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna be okay. It's just tough because you're also going to Denver and Sacramento. It's not like we're known for like delicious eats. So maybe that's going to be a good thing.
Yeah,
right?
No, my buddy's like, yeah, man, we got to get a baller meal in Sacramento before the game. And I was like,
where?
Okay. I'm like, have you seen Lady Bird? It's not like Sacramento's like the shit.
No, dude.
I actually like Sacramento because we flew there for my honeymoon and drove up to Lake Tahoe. So,
oh, wow.
And then everybody's like, nobody does that. We got tricked by like Expedia. Like that was a thing people do. You're like, you fly to Reno, it's 40 minutes. But
we went to Sacramento before we went to Napa.
I feel like out of the last 6 days or so since we last recorded, probably 4 days have been super easy to just stay in my calories and like nothing. And then other days I eat something bad-ish early. And then I'm like, shit, that like really ate up a lot of calories I didn't know about. Like Wendy's, for example. And I think I realized I've been eating a lot more fat for years than I've ever realized. Like,
that's what kills you. That's what, like, I put all these recipes online. I'll put them on the Patreon for this podcast. But if you can just kind of get a sense of where your fat is at, you can keep your weight relatively in check, right?
Yeah.
You have some little fluctuations. Like, I'm bulking right now. I'm a little bit bigger than I'm comfortable being. But, like...
dangerous game you're playing.
I'm playing a dangerous game right now. I'm 175 and I feel like a balloon. But as long as I keep my fat in check, I'm going to be straight. The thing that goes crazy is when you start eating fucking entire packets of ribeyes and being like, well, it's just protein. But it's just like, yeah, it's protein and 100 grams of fat. Yeah. You're going to get fat.
I had one like an hour ago. I had a ribeye. But I hadn't like really eaten anything today. I had very little to eat total. So I was like, this will get in me for the flight. But I did have to tell Alyssa, like, stop buying this shit.
Well... let's get into, I'm slightly worried about things going off the rails because my number one concern is the social adjustment.
Yeah.
How many people are you going to know in Denver and Sacktown?
Everybody wearing orange will know, but
and they're going to be fired up.
Yeah, but it's like, it's fine. I'm actually fine just like having my really good friend's coming, and he's a big, like, he could have 15 beers and like wake up and be in court. He's a lawyer and like he like crushes it. He doesn't affect him. So my plan already is, let's get a bottle of wine with dinner, little bit of wine, and then order the healthy dinner. No bread, high proteinous, easy. What do you think about that? You're skeptical.
I'm very skeptical. I don't like when I hear people just being like, oh, no carb, because it's just like, well, you're already not thinking.
I didn't say no carb.
Well, you're saying no bread.
I'm just gonna avoid the empty 4 pieces of bread before. Like, I'm not going to eat the way I would normally eat at a nice restaurant.
Yes.
Like, no bread for me.
Maybe
chicken,
a lean steak or a chicken.
Fish.
I would rather you have something from the grill.
Yeah.
So like a lean steak, a fillet.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 fillets, whatever. You're balling.
Yeah.
fucking, or like a piece of fish. The chicken at restaurants, you want to talk about fat control. If you get the chicken breast, they're going to tuck butter underneath the skin to keep it moist.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they get you.
That is how they get you. I'm like, this is chicken. And then...
Or you could say that you have a dairy allergy, and then they won't do that.
Wow.
But when it's roasted chicken, working in the restaurant industry for 12 years, they don't want to serve you dry chicken, so what they're gonna, and they can't really cook chicken to order. So what they do is they roast it like almost all the way there, and then they cook it, and then while it's waiting before it gets served to you, so it doesn't dry out, they're tucking butter underneath it so that it's mad juicy.
Yeah.
At the nicest places, that's what they do. So at shitty places, they just let the chicken dry out.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I knew something was going on.
Yeah, it's got to be delicious. I mean, it's outrageous that they're going to make you pay like $30 for a roasted chicken breast at some of these restaurants.
What else are your clients bitching about the most?
It's booze. I don't know. Everybody's doing pretty well right now. It's mostly like lack of motivation, and all of my friends are degenerates. How do I... And there are no good answers to the social thing other than just distance that relationship a little bit, or just be like, hey, man, I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah, I'm doing this like practice thing. And be like, all right, come on, I'll go fine.
Yeah. Just fucking tell people.
It honestly seems like I have a couple friends that like, anytime I am trying to better myself, they're like, hey, I'm in town. Like, they like pop up like a Jack in the Box, you know what I mean? Like, and then they're like, come on, man, you're never fun. And I'm like, it just always aligns that you're...
It's crazy. It's tough. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know what to do other than to just be like, yeah, that's not me anymore. I have a fucking... a boys trip planned in September, and it's just like, let's just go to Flagstaff and take drugs. Like, and we have all got kids now. I'm gonna be thinking about my son while I'm fucking on Special K in the fucking woods. It just doesn't sound appealing. But I still have to go.
Yeah.
Right? So like then I'm gonna be faced with this weird type of social pressure, and I don't know.
Well, you know, the other thing is that a lot of these basketball guys, we would play for like 3-4 hours a day together. Right? Shower together, highlight. And then the one night we had off a week, we would just like slam beers. So now we're adults, so we're not playing together. So we're like, what's that other thing we do? Oh, yeah, we drink beer. But even sometimes, like after an hour, I'm like, I wish we had practice or something. Like we don't really have any more to catch up on. And do you know what I mean? Like, we had a very like nonverbal thing, like basketball wise, like you just play and you kind of like have this like thing. It's
just energetic.
It's like a girl you bang and then you're just like, oh, I have nothing in common with you other than that.
Yeah, it's not like you guys were exchanging like ideas or like beliefs or anything.
No,
yeah.
I'm like, he's over there and I throw it over to him. Good shot, buddy.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I watched this, somebody on Instagram, they had a good thing. It's just like, does your metabolism get slower as you get older, or are you just doing less?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that it's a combo of both, but I think doing less is some real shit. I feel like people just pick up all these bad habits and fucking are way less active, and then they wake up and they're like, why am I fat? And it's just like, because you stop moving around as much.
What about as I'm losing weight, is my metabolism slowing to stop me from losing weight? Or because you put me at 3,000 calories, that's not really happening to me?
Well, that would be interesting with our guests. So one of the things that happens is if you like are inconsistently intermittent fasting, right? Mm-hmm. So you get in these cycles where you're withholding and then you're binging. You're withholding and then you're binging. Yeah. That's really confusing for your body.
Edging.
Yeah, like a fucking like diet fucking
Calorie
edging. Yeah,
you just like bring it up to your mouth and you're like, back up.
Yeah, and if you do that, you send mixed signals to your body where it's just like, am I allowing it to lose weight?
Yeah.
Or am I like, are we eating or not? Like, what's the deal? Are we in starvation mode or are we eating?
Yeah.
So that's where I see like my bigger clients who are like not practicing consistency, they're going to hold on to that weight. Right?
Yeah.
Because their body's told them for a long time to be like, hey, hold on. Now, if they consistently just eat 500 calories less than they normally would, body's going to catch on.
Do you wake up starving?
No.
Personally?
No.
I used to wake up so hungry for like 20 years, like basketball
like
playing. Starving. And I ate the same breakfast every day for like 10 years.
What?
It was 3 egg whites, 2 eggs, 2 pieces of whole wheat toast, a little bit of butter, and an apple.
Delicious breakfast. Healthy.
Yeah. And I hadn't woken up like starving like that in a long time. And then during this last week, I did one day. And I was like, maybe that's good. Like maybe my body's like
ready to go.
You know, like burning. It was probably after one of those days where I really worked out and I really hit the like 15K steps.
Your body's you know crying out for. I don't know.
It just was this familiar feeling where I was like, oh yeah, this feels like I'm 18 again. Like I'm
ready to go.
I'm starving right now. This is all like it felt. I probably just am associating it with a time I was thin, but as I punched this TV, but I was wondering if that was anything.
I guess I do wake up hungry though. I always crush a banana first thing, and then I do like my little fucking journal entry, and then I cook my breakfast.
How's that going? The
journaling. Journaling every day, dude. I'm telling you, some days it gets tired, but I got to do it.
Does it ever get dark? You're like, and then the Jews are gonna, and you're like, oh, need a coffee.
A lot of journaling about the Jews. I don't know, man. I've been trying to switch it up. I had like a quote journal every day, but then I was wasting so much time looking for the quote.
Yeah.
I think eventually I'm going to transition off of journaling and just start working on creating this business, whatever it's going to be. Just like eliminating the amount of time between opening my eyes and fucking doing shit. Because all I really want to do is do shit and fucking be more aligned with my purpose.
Right.
But I don't want to fucking
I haven't
waste
started
time.
with the journaling yet.
I know you haven't.
Am I supposed to do that?
Can I say that? Yes.
You can say whatever you want, dude. Say what you want.
I feel like
you hate me. Say
I
it.
love you. And one of the issues that you're going to have where that would help you out is if you took some time to get in touch with the big fella a little bit more.
Yikes.
Yeah, do
Yuck.
all of the stuff that you hate that you're terrified to do.
I am in therapy with Nick Goodness.
I know.
Hawaiian
Nick
therapist,
Goodness.
Yes.
The legendary Aloha therapist.
A K or a S, by the way. How am I doing on time?
No donde.
No donde?
No.
Do I have to leave or no?
No, you're okay. It's 5:48.
All right, cool.
Well, just getting in touch with how you actually feel might prevent some binges, bro.
Yeah, yikes. Even you saying that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I don't know why right now.
We talk about your vulnerable feelings sometimes.
I felt so bored, so epically bored last week, and then I had this big tournament coming up, and I felt awesome.
No, you didn't, though.
Well, I felt awesome going in, and then I had
something to look forward to.
And then I worked out. I felt awesome, and then I had the 10 beer night, and I felt like shit. And then I was on. That's why I was so pissed at myself because I was like, "This is what you love to do," and you're like tired, you know. And I had like the quadruple beverage that I used to have when I worked in an office, and I was hungover. I had the coffee keeps me up, the Diet Coke keeps me up, and keeps my stomach from growling. I got the water, I got the Gatorade. And it's just like much. People are gonna be looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, I listen to Hugh Jackman. He's
whoa, did not expect that one.
But he brings up a good point. He was just like, I'm very famous for not going out ever after the show.
That's tight.
And he's just like, and sometimes people don't like that.
Yeah.
He's just like, I mean nothing by it. I try and have a good time during rehearsals, and whenever we're not working, I try and be as nice as can be. I buy people stuff, but he's just like, I never go out after the show. I never have, even before I was famous.
Yeah.
Because to me, there's nothing as good as the show.
That's true. That is great.
Yeah. He's like, and if I feel like I didn't give my best because I missed my fucking like post-show routine, or I didn't get my sleep, or I'm coming in hungover, and I didn't give the audience the best of me, that kills me in such a way that I can't recover from it.
Yeah.
So I think that might work for you.
Yeah.
As you go into this weekend, where it's just like, you love crushing it, bro. So allow yourself to crush it.
Yeah, that's true. And,
this is a different phase of Noah. We know about old Noah. We know what 10 beer Noah can do. He's great too. But fucking new Noah is the best fucking Noah I've ever seen.
Wow. Thank you for that. I had a side.
Let's go.
The other thing I want to say was that, so when you see a clip of like Christian Bale yelling, I probably already said this on this podcast.
Terminator.
Yeah, and he's like, "You think this is fucking easy?"
It's not.
And it's like stand up or on TV, whatever. So this weekend, because it's Princeton, I'm on TV with the headset on, like we're live, and people are coming up to me and being like, "Hey Noah, what do you think of their defense?" And I'm like, the deeper in I get, the more I side with any of the guys who are like yelling at the whoever.
Yeah. Like Tom Cruise flipping out at that guy.
Yeah. I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like a special case, obviously, but
you don't side with that.
there's some degree of like, I want to be like less available to people in general because it's like some of these people don't even introduce themselves and they just go, they should be playing more zone. And I'm like, who are you? If they're like, hey, I'm so-and-so, you know, I'm an alum, whatever. But it's like some of them are just like, in my face, bad breath, yelling stuff, and I'm like, can you like be human? Like, what are you doing, dude?
It's like your kid. It's like they have no respect for your hangover. So it's like you can either be hungover or you can not.
But like, even not hungover me would be annoyed by that person. What I'm saying
annoyed,
is that,
but you can like.
No. What I'm saying is that the idea is, person who just wants me to have beers with them, or person who wants to yell at me about zone defense. They don't really want a real connection with me. They just want a piece of me.
Yes.
And I'm saying, like, if it's not going to be like a real exchange anyway, you're not looking for an actual conversation. The ones who do look for a conversation, I talk to them. I like it. I think it's fun. But there are these people who just like talk at you and you go, you know.
Especially when you're a big guy.
Post show, hey, I want to do stand up. I try, right? Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah. And when you're a big son of a bitch, I think it's different too, because people just like naturally, you guys are like celebrities of the walking of just everyday people.
Yeah.
So people are fascinated with you and just be like, they want to like be around a big guy aura, but they don't necessarily understand the gentle giant underneath.
That's true.
So I think it's fine to distance yourself. You're already bigger than most people. You don't have to fucking respond to the little people. And getting in touch with you. This is great. This conversation is great because it's getting in touch with you and what you like and what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right?
I have there's like a thought I have with my own son where I'm like, he's going to be really big and people are going to treat him like he's like 5 when he's like 2.5. And I like have a protectiveness over him, which I've like only recently started to do to myself, which is like, dude, like leave me, like leave him alone. Like he's like a little guy, and I weirdly have that same thought about myself. Like I don't know what I'm doing out here yet. Like I'm still figuring it out. And there's like a annoying like, like hey big guy, like I'm the pinata smacking me around, everything. And anyway, my life's really hard, and that's why I eat so much.
No, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things. There's some awesome shit about being a big guy too.
Yeah.
I just have always met every time somebody gets in the real big boy zone over 6'4", where like you kind of get into real fascination territory. I've always felt sympathy. There was a kid in my high school who was 6'9". Everybody, he just wanted to play the fucking saxophone, man. Yeah. And every single motherfucker would come up and be like, "You play ball, you play ball, you play ball." Such a sweet, delicate, gentle soul.
Thank God I do play ball. I mean, I could be one of those guys.
Oh my God, he hasn't had an easy life by any stretch.
Yeah.
So, getting in touch with you, what you like to do, there's no problem. You know, the thing that's tough is that I'm encountering is not being antisocial, but also trying to reframe my sense of what being healthily social is, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Where not every, so then you go, all right, I'm not like gonna have beers, but like, does that, and what? How do I get my hang in without it? You know what I mean? Like does that mean like every
gym?
I know, for real though, for real. I love my gym. Dude,
I love my gym.
I love my gym.
Everybody's so nice to me. I talk about the house that I lost out on, and they're all like sympathetic.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, man.
They'll be like, "Bro, you're looking big. You're looking big," and I'll be like, "Yeah, dude, thanks."
Yeah. So that's the answer. And anytime when I have a beer, I just be like, "I'm gonna go work out." I like walk out of a 2-year-old birthday party to lift.
Then people fucking hate your ass.
Yeah.
No, here's the deal with drinking. So. You got it. So think of it like pizza.
Yeah.
There's never, ever any reason to have more than 2 slices of pizza.
Okay.
Ever.
What, really?
Yes. You should
I had
have
pizza on Sunday, by the way. I logged it.
2 slices. I mean, well, if they're square slices, that's different.
Right.
But I'm talking 2 New York slices. There's never a reason to have a third, ever.
Okay.
You should eat something else. You
Copy
should eat
that.
some protein. You should eat some eggs. I know it sounds weird. You should eat the salad. You should eat whatever else. Never a reason for more than 2. There's never a reason for more than 3 drinks unless it's an outstanding evening. I'm
Okay.
talking wedding. I'm talking
All right, wait, so
long
Princeton-
lost friend.
Princeton, let's say Princeton beats Arizona. It would be a national story.
Okay.
It would be like the upset, the Cinderella be on every
Beyond all
if I'm there,
Cinderellas.
and then
Beyond Bucknell beating Kansas.
similar, same, similar vibes.
All right.
And people are popping bottles, and there's Michelle Obama, and
Barack Obama. Malia.
all the Obamas are there, and the champagne. Then I'll have maybe I'll still have 3. That's what I'm going to do. I've already put myself mentally there.
No, here's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You're going to start off with 2. What's your nice cocktail that you would go to? Margarita?
I don't know. I don't even
You
like
just
that
love
shit anymore.
beers.
No, I don't. I'm over it. I honestly don't even want anything. Like,
Well, get like a nice cocktail.
all right,
Get a nice cocktail. Get a margarita, Negroni, old fashioned, whatever you prefer.
all of them. I like. That all sounds good.
Get a margarita. All right? Sip it.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
As people are getting drunker and drunker, you're staying in the sip zone.
Yeah.
You have a second drink.
Yeah.
Right? Another nice cocktail.
Yeah.
Right? You see how you feel? Then we'll see about beers. But when you're going slower and you're having something nice and classy, get
Yeah.
a real Cadillac style too. Get like Casamigos
Yeah.
with fucking Grand
a-
Marnier,
get a
Cadillac
$24
margarita.
drink.
Yeah, $27 margarita, Cadillac margarita.
Yeah.
And then while everybody's getting drunk on Natty Light around you, you're sipping it. You're the cocktail guy. You're
Yeah.
in the cut. You just observe. You're not chugging it down. You're going to take your time. Then
Yeah.
after that,
Yeah.
if you still want to drink
Yeah.
a couple of beers, so be it.
Okay. That sounds fair.
That's fair. But you have to sip the drinks and you have to go slow. You can't chug 2 margaritas. You have to sip 2 as expensive as you can possibly make them.
I got it. I could also just get like more into the hanging out aspect and like not even worry about the drinking. You know what I mean?
But here's the
if
thing.
something that good happens in my life, then I could just be like working
That
the
could be
room.
tight too.
Yeah. All right, man. You ready for some clips?
Yeah, bro.
You piece of shit. All right, let's start with our friend, Dr. Peter Tia.
Is Dr. Peter Tia our friend?
This podcast, and thus far into this podcast, your eyes are sort of glazing over as we're sitting
Yes.
here talking about powerlifting.
Yep.
It's probably worth pointing out that even if you never once care to do a heavy squat or a heavy bench press or a heavy deadlift, you have to be strong.
Yes.
And in these studies where these associations continue to show up over and over
Yes.
and over again, they're using things like grip strength, bench press, leg extension, things that are a little less technical. But the point remains, anybody who's going to a power meet and crushing a deadlift has pretty strong grip strength.
Right.
Yes.
So I think it becomes important
get
for
to
people
the
understand
point.
how to train for
This is fucking
Imagine having dinner with that guy. That was just a close-up of him on a third date. She's like, I'm in marketing.
Why? What? Who is the market? Like, so I listen.
Us and our listeners.
But I have no fucking idea when it's the really smart meatheads talking. Like they'll be like, and what do you think about riboflavin's role in protonucleoglucogeogenesis?
Yep.
And I'll just be like, oh yeah, like while I'm drinking, like oh yeah, gluconeogen. Like I don't know what the fuck who the market is for us. Nobody's smart enough to understand what the fuck they're saying.
Well, it takes so long for them to get to the point.
I know.
And then also, the new meathead thing is to just quote studies.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, there's studies that show, and you go, fuck you. Like, what studies? Also, it's like a lot of analogous things. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, it's not so much muscle mass as it is strength.
Yeah. It's
It's not
really
grip strength, but it's quad strength. Like, fucking duh. Like, if you don't do shit and you're like a fat, guy.
Yeah.
fat shit.
a fat shit, a fat fuck.
I censored myself for some reason. You're gonna be like unhealthy. It's like I always go back to the floss thing. People who floss tend to like be healthy.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna pull a floss out and floss your teeth like a little OCD psycho, you're probably not gonna like smoke a pack of menthols.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true. The distinction lately is the hot one is skeletal muscle.
Okay.
So they talk
Go on.
about there's a difference between
You look like a skeleton, so that's pertinent to you. Yeah.
There's a difference between lean body mass and like what do they call it? Contractile tissue and skeletal muscle. And I still don't know what it is, but like I will say these things occasionally to my wife, and she hates me.
Like what do you like? Give me an example of how that comes up.
I'll just be like, babe, I need to get my 100 grams in so that I can make sure that it's good for my skeletal muscle.
She's like, my boobs hurt. can you take this outside? My boobs really hurt.
And she fucking hates me, bro. It's the worst.
To that guy, I would say my body hurts and I can't do heavy squats. But you know what it does to me?
I think anything would work if you just did it.
It gets my snot back in my throat, and then I want to honk a loogie. Also, for years, I couldn't breathe through my nose at all. So
Did you have a deviated septum? Did
I had
you
it
get the
all.
surgery?
I got the big surgery sophomore year of college, and it was tight. It
Wow,
was like
so you've had the nose surgery and you've got your neck froze,
umbilical hernia.
umbilical hernia,
What else?
neck freeze,
Achilles.
Achilles. Have you ever had a hip or a shoulder?
No, but the hip's coming. The hip is effed.
Neck?
Yeah, I hope so. Neck shrinkage. Yeah, but this guy, like, I know he's
We're
like,
talking about Andrew Huberman,
Yeah.
just so everybody's clear. A Stanford professor.
We'll tag him, but
Yeah.
And I tried to listen to him. I really did, and I'm like not trying to be a hater, but god damn it,
It's fucking boring, dude. I listened to Peter Attia and Lane Norton for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I don't know why I force myself to, because I want to be like credible, but at the same time, like I don't care, and nothing that they're saying makes sense to me.
no, like he's a big like don't drink, lift heavy weights, run every day,
Then
drink
he
a
should
lot
be
of
my
water.
brother. I should fucking
I
love
know,
this guy.
but it's something about that like California meathead sober with
Yeah.
the science. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, well, actually, the key to the synthesis of the mitochondria is actually, bro, if you're gonna like lift. And I'm like,
Shut the fuck
It's my
up.
anti-California thing too, though. So it's my
Well,
problem.
No, yeah, there's an element. You're anti-spiritualism, anti-California, and anti-soberism.
Yeah, I'm an East Coast elite. Atheist, like all the things
yeah,
you say.
Ivy League educated.
Dude,
fucking,
I was out in Colorado last week, and we'll get to it on probably next week in more depth. But I've been out in these places that are super nice, and like the horizon is way off in the distance, and there's sun and cows. I can last like 2 days there.
yeah, you
I'm like,
need
get me out of here. I'm
the
like,
stress
"Ugh."
and the fucking anger.
Yeah, so
The competition.
I do need the competition. All right, let's watch another
Here's
clip.
how to lose 30 pounds.
Let's
before
maybe edit
summer.
that part
Number
out where
one, stay
I
in a 500
go to the
No,
future.
fuck that. It's funny.
All right, ready?
Oh, I disagree with this guy 112%.
Number two, 60 minutes of steady state cardio. Yes, this is every day until summer. Doing cardio is extremely beneficial for fat loss.
Well,
60
yeah.
minutes of relatively intense cardio
This
will
is
have you
how I
burning
used to
anywhere from
think,
300
and this
to
guy
500
fucking
calories
kills
daily.
himself, and he's wrecking his
Consume more high-fiber
metabolism.
foods.
Yeah.
Fiber will help you stay full and assist in digestion. Pair this
Some
with
of it's
consuming
good.
less
He's
seasoned
advocating
salt,
for
and you'll notice a
1,600
significant
calories a day,
difference.
though. There ain't no
Here's the
fucking
math.
way that this guy's eating 1,600 calories a day.
So 500 caloric deficit times 7.
No,
is
he's
1 pound per
saying-
week.
Hold on.
60 minutes of steady state cardio 7 days a week is about 1 to 1.5 pounds per week. And consuming high fiber and less salt, you'll easily lose about 7 pounds from now till summer. 12 weeks until summer, so 12 times 2 is 24, plus the 7 from consuming less salt and more fiber, you'll lose 31 pounds before summer. Check out the fire mark below for this help.
Is that a burp? So I'm with him with the high fiber.
High fiber is great. Yeah.
What about low salt? Because I've been lowering my salt a little bit, but
You might see like some. So my whole theory is like I allow myself some seasonings because we're not allowing fat. Like we're really controlling our fat intake.
Yeah.
Especially for you, you're coming
I've
from
been
like
over.
2
I've been
ribeyes
over,
a night.
dude. I've been
I know.
over.
But
Yeah.
you've been really good on your calories lately. But
Thank
like, if we're gonna get rid of fat, we can have salt. That's
Yeah,
my thing. Because
yeah.
I'm calories in, calories out, and like if you're preparing for a meat,
yeah.
yeah.
But the biggest problem I have with this guy is that he's like, do an hour of slow, boring cardio every day.
No.
And it's like, you just cannot gonna be able to do that. And if you can do that, you should be a professional bodybuilder. Like,
Yeah.
it's so boring. Unless you live by a mountain and you're just gonna walk up a mountain for an hour every day, fine, and you enjoy that. But it's like the opposite of, I think, what me and you try to do, which is like, what do you actually enjoy? What can you sub out? By the way, I have a life hack coming up later.
On the next episode?
Next week. I sure do.
Gotta wait a week for that insight.
Acting. But like, anytime you're going to torture yourself for like longer than, let's say, 15 minutes a week. Like, let's say you want to absolutely kill it on the assault bike.
Okay.
And it's like I did literally a minute and 15 seconds of assault bike today.
Okay.
And it was hell. And I was just doing it to like
everything inside of you assault biking.
Get going. No, it was like 80%, honestly. But it was like, holy shit. And then, all right, now I'm warm because I didn't have that much time to lift. So I don't like just going in totally cold. But if you're going to do that, like, you can't be like, I'm going to do assault bike every single day for 15 minutes. Like, you just,
no,
you'll bonk out, right?
Well, it's like what Diego said. You got to earn it. Like, I like doing hardcore shit. I like conditioning, but
hardcore fun.
Hardcore fun. I don't want to fucking burn out. And the other thing is, if you lose 31 pounds in 12 weeks, you're most certainly losing muscle mass with that.
Yeah.
Why not just get on a sustainable track of like cutting 300 to 500 calories a day, lifting heavy, building big, pretty muscles, running and conditioning because you wanna. Sure, if you want to, great, but not because you gotta. Because that's the way to burn out mentally and to like not hold on to muscle.
Yeah, agreed.
Be smart.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you know, like active things I like to do, and then I just couldn't think of one.
Play basketball.
I know, but
we got to get you back on the court.
Injured. I know, and golf.
And you can't golf right now because of the Achilles?
No, I can't. It's cold. My COVID workout routine that I lost 20 pounds on was play as much golf as you want, but don't drink while you're doing it, and smoke a cigar and walk. And if you walk golf, it's like 20,000 steps. And I was literally like laughing. So I'm like, my weight loss plan is smoking. But then Alyssa would get all pissed that I was smoking. So then I would drive home like on the Palisades Parkway with all the windows open and just get rid of them.
So maybe you're addicted to the stress. Like, does Alyssa get mad if you come home drunk?
I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think if like that's happened in the last
what would be
3
worse,
years.
come home drunk or come home smelling like a cigar?
Probably drunk.
Yeah. Maybe you're addicted to the stress of like disappointing your wife.
That's really messed up. I think no. What's funny about me and Alyssa is one time I went out and got drunk and she was mad, and literally the next night she went out and got drunk. And I was mad, and I was just like, "Come on, like, can we both like not do this? Like, this is like crazy."
Yeah.
This is pre baby. We don't really do that anymore that I know of. All right, should we watch another clip?
Let's get it.
I like how we drop in the middle of these clips.
Too many options leaves most guys running in circles. While a guy with hundreds of different pieces of equipment is jumping on a new variation every single week for the sake of boredom. A guy in a dungeon with a steel bar is repeating the same thing week after week, month after month, year after year. He's looking at that barbell and saying, I'm going to row 300 pounds. I'm going to deadlift
savage.
600 pounds. That pull-up bar, I'm going to do 20 clean reps. When you don't have many options,
wait, that's a real disparity.
But to become very proficient.
Shouldn't he do like 50 clean reps? How much is a good RDL?
I just train with a barbell.
You know, I did 225 last week for 10.
Yeah.
And I think that I could probably handle a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I have no
I only do
real frame
dumbbells.
of reference.
Hundos?
For dumbbells, it's funny because the bar I can hold, if I do the mixed grip, I can hold the 225 for 10. If I do straight dumbbells, I can hold 70s. And I can only last like 10, 12 reps before my grip starts to wear out. The right hand has a shitty grip.
You got to beat off more, buddy.
You do have impressive forearms.
My right one is way bigger than my left. And not even close. I think that...
have you ever switched up? Gone lefty? I mean,
come on, man. I did it every way possible. I'm a pro. Come on, man. You already know.
Mike, are you right or left?
When it comes to forearms grip,
Yeah.
personal forearm grip,
Yes, personal forearm grip.
full on righty.
Full on righty?
And you would know it if you looked at me straight on.
Yeah. You know it if he jacked you off. You'd be like, what is this, lefty? I paid you $17 for this. I think this guy in the clip is just saying like pretty good stuff. Like, just do simple shit over and over and over again, and don't try to be all. Although I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Like
Once you get into fucking actually creating exercise programs for people, it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Because you get one template, so it's just like I'm going to program a massive progressive movement. So bench press, deadlift, squat, or fucking some type of shoulder press. So 4 main movements, and then you just program in a bunch of accessory shit.
I currently don't squat or deadlift. Is that a problem in our?
No, because we can do Bulgarian split squats, and we can do Romanian deadlifts.
Yeah, I do both of those.
Yeah, or we could do good mornings, like Max was talking about. Like the thing that you think makes me look like such a pussy. What do you think of that?
Okay, I'll do those. Girl at the gym today was just
loving you.
No. She was on the bench this way, and she was just. It was awesome. That wasn't even half a story, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Even an image in there.
I love that shit.
Have you seen all these memes about, or not memes, but just Instagram clips from guys getting mad about girls like showing their fucking each ass cheek and their fucking camel toe?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What are you mad about?
This is a weird fight that they're just generating. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to really feel like going to the gym, and I'm like, come on, man.
Not bad.
Straight porn in there. Let's get it.
I think that there's a completely engineered controversy, though. I don't think that there's any truth to it in the real world whatsoever.
I think it's the old, well, our guest next week will have a lot to say about this. But
our guest next week,
you know, like, it's the old, like, oh, you're wearing something low cut, but you're mad that I hit on you. Like, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what you wear to the gym. I have noticed it's gotten more scantily, you know, whatever. It's a blizzard outside. You're over here in a G-string doing pull-ups. I'm just there to work out if I happen to be looking at you. But I think maybe some of the girls are like, people are staring at me. And then it's like, well, come on, man.
Yeah.
If I wear the tank, I'm a man who's been honked at by cars. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweaty, 18, walking down the street.
4% body fat.
Beat by 4 girls in a car. It felt phenomenal. Now I know it's different for men and women. What's this show going to be called? I'm canceled. I just feel like the point is that I don't try to be rude, but if your ass is up in the air doing assisted pull-ups, I'm not like. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like we're all in here together. We're all bodies. I like a jacked guy. I like a jacked girl.
I think the solution is that dudes start wearing the spandex bottom.
Yes, like the 80s bodybuilders, where the more jacked you were, the like gayer you had to go with your outfit. Just
you
like
wear a
leopard.
Short spandex bottom that fully exposes the thigh, and that if you get a boner, it's gonna be known.
Or just jean shorts for some reason and construction boots and
really tight fucking jeans.
Yeah.
I think that's so instead of getting mad about it, everybody just wears incredibly revealing clothing.
I mean, for a long time at the New York Athletic Club, like in the 60s and shit, all the men swam naked.
Whoa.
Did you know that?
No.
Until like 92. What? There were no women, and they just like not like the locker room, not the locker room, just swimming laps naked.
Wait, could the women? Oh, they weren't even allowed into the club.
Yeah, so
it's funny if they're like the women weren't allowed in the pool, but they could walk by and just see a bunch of dudes. Just like...
Yeah, it was on street level. That's a weird pretzel to get your head in, right? You go to the gym. Everybody's naked, swimming together. You put your suit on, you go out in the world, and you go, gay people can't get married somehow. Like, what a time that was. You know what I mean?
It is crazy.
You want to put some trunks on there, buddy, or no?
It'd be so weird, like, if you worked with a guy that you went to the gym with, and, like, even before you worked with him, you saw his dick and balls, like, really just hanging fucking out in a pool, like, swimming fast, working.
I'm for that. That helps you get to know them. The locker room in college was a sacred time, was a great place.
What do you feel like you know better about a man once you see his big, juicy hog, or tiny juicy hog, or not juicy hog?
I think that there's just a vulnerability there, and you actually go like, oh, he's human like me. It's not about like, oh, he's got a big dong, small dong. It's like, all right.
He's a guy with a dong.
You have
like
one,
me.
I got one. We're all the same here. We're all equals.
Now,
that's why I'm for co-ed locker rooms.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're spinning this around.
Oh, I got so much for next week, dude.
You were so hot, you were cold. You were so canceled that now you're
Yeah, I'm
fucking
back.
progressive, baby.
Exactly. I'm so close-minded. My mind's opened up again. I'm back around the other side.
It's like a black hole. You just collapsed in on yourself, bro. That was
How
rad.
much of we might have to save this for when we have a gay guest, but I do feel like a lot of homophobia is just pure jealousy
of
what the apparent looking freedom. That's what I think. Like, oh, that looks fun, but I can't do it. I'm so suppressed.
I
That's what
don't.
think.
Well, no, because
There's more to it than that, but like,
maybe in New York, but like the homophobia in like Nebraska can't be about that because they don't see.
it's just Bible, right?
Yeah, it's just Bible, and
Yeah.
probably I want that for me, but I can't have it. And I
Yeah,
don't
or
understand.
secret suppression.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was an awkward way to end it.
That was this week's episode.
Oh, what I wanted to ask you for next week,
Yeah, next week.
or maybe I won't be able to do it this week because I'm traveling, but one of these weeks, what I want to do is maybe add a little homework for me beyond the
that.
calories and go like maybe, not next week, but the week after.
I don't want to put a lot on your plate
But
this
I was
week
just thinking,
because
what-
Princeton has a couple of big basketball
Oh, they
games
do.
coming
Yes,
up.
they do. Yes, they do. In the tournament, let's go.
We don't know what's going to
We
happen.
got a chance.
We got they got a chance.
Got a chance.
Are you going to put any money on Princeton?
No.
All right, not $1 on Princeton. You
I
heard it
don't.
here
I don't
first.
bet college sports. For some reason, we could talk about the line all day on TV, but the commentators, can't bet or something.
That's fishy.
That's what I
don't
heard.
Like it.
Yeah. Anyway, next week, hopefully
I'll give you
I'm
some
less
homework.
fat, and but like I was thinking about like working out every morning just as an experiment.
We do whatever you need. You're gonna have a hectic week. We're going to Colorado, then Sacramento.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the road. Pressures abound on the road. We want to. If your homework for this fucking week is to do your best with your diet, first and foremost, number one.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, I'm assuming, be pretty active, so you're gonna be getting your steps in. Hotel room morning, get up a little bit early, maybe enjoy the sights and smells of Denver and Sacramento.
Yep.
Get a pump in.
Yep.
You can send me a FaceTime of the hotel gym and we'll make a little program for
I've
you.
been doing that last year or so. It's a game changer for my on-air energy. But anyway, I'll do that. Guys, girls, everybody in between, like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Smash that subscribe button. And stay
Jay.
gay.
Bye.